Simon & Schuster AudioWorks presents Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
How is it going? How's it hanging, huh? Has anyone asked you that before? How's it hanging?
I took one pill that made me smaller and then one pill that made me large. So I'm back to normal size.
That's
basically.
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're of equal doses. Is that what you're saying? They were specifically made for equal.
The exact same dosage.
What did you do when you were small?
I took what made me bigger.
Oh, you just straight away didn't take
Yeah,
advantage.
well, I wasn't enjoying it.
Oh, you got you're like, I don't.
Everything felt more oppressive.
Yeah, yeah.
I was small enough that if my chair just happened to move a bit because of the breeze or something, I would have been crushed. I was a bit I don't like this. So I took the one that made me bigger.
You did the cockroaches in your apartment were gigantic, and you were like, "Ooh, this is scary. I don't want to do this."
Yeah, usually I have dominion over them, but there was a brief window in which they had control over me, and I didn't.
Yeah,
I wasn't a fan.
They were gonna overthrow your dictatorship that you.
It upset the balance at the end of the day.
They were screaming. They were screaming, "All tyrants will fall," as you were small, and then you were like, "Oh, I better take the pill now."
And it made me appreciate them a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm gonna let them double up now. In fact.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you mean double up? As in increase their population over a population?
Twice as many. Yeah. I'll let them increase in numbers.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's all right.
That's very benevolent of you.
The delicate life they lead.
Yeah, you realized. You didn't realize you went into their tiny little shoes that they wear. You realized how they feel when they're so small when you took the pill. So
After regaining my normal size, I spoke with their leader, and our clans are joined now.
Yeah, and you're gonna marry his cockroach daughter, right? Mm-hmm. In a political marriage.
In December, yes.
The logistics must be pretty I would imagine that hair side of the family during the wedding is going to be huge, isn't it? It's going to be compared,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming from all over.
But it's good because the venue doesn't have to be big, because they're small, so you can fit a lot of them in the same sort of space that you would.
Exactly. And I think it's cute because we've got a real different in perspectives. For me, it's a normal sized place that I live, but for her, it's the entire world essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't complain about having a bigger house.
Yeah.
She's not nagging you.
Yeah, it's good.
the priest is Corcolita. What's her name? Corcolita? Corcholita? Cockroachelia. Are you taking this Ben as your wedded husband? I do.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather you didn't make fun of it.
Yeah, that's frankly, what she sounds like.
Oh fuck! Oh shit!
Oh no!
I moved my chair. I think I might have squished a cockroach.
Oh no! This is gonna start a blood feud. Oh,
bro, it was Cockroachella.
Oh shit!
I can tell because she had a tiny bow to differentiate her from all the other cockroaches.
Pink bow, yeah.
Fuck. And comically large eyelashes.
Whenever she would blink, she just blink, blink.
Yeah, it's a loud ding, 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 sort of blink, blink, blink.
That's how you knew. Yeah, she hasn't blinked in a while. That's why you didn't know that she wasn't. She was there.
Shit.
Oh well,
She was like a crunch, and then I'd look down, and there's a little pink bow in the wheel of my chair.
Yeah,
my computer chair.
Well,
that's
it
fine.
happens.
At the end of the day, I'm still much bigger than them. So
True, yeah.
I
They're
don't
still afraid.
know if I was buzzing or
And,
what.
you know, as long as they fear, they can hate, you know?
What?
As long as they fear, they can hate, you know? 'cause
Yeah,
they-
well, I want them to fear, not hate, though.
Oh, okay.
Is there any way I can make them fear and not hate?
Either, I guess you can build them a little coliseum, like in your apartment, so they can do like gladiator fights. And I think then, and bread, you can provide bread for them.
Okay.
And then you can.
I think I'll just kill them. I'll just get rid
Okay,
of them.
it's just to get.
I'm kind of thinking about it, and I feel like, I don't really get anything out of the relationship of keeping them here.
Yeah, get
'cause
the
it is
guy from
voluntary.
Naked Lunch.
It's
to
voluntary.
spray the insect powder all over your house.
Yeah. Of course, I have a little bit myself.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there.
That's great.
But yeah.
That's good for you.
How about you? How are you doing?
No, it's just
Any
Not
special
doing much.
bugs in your life?
no. I haven't been able to attract any because I'm so clean.
Okay.
my
What are you
air
trying to
is-
say?
I'm not saying, you know, I'm just above average in terms of cleanness, you know, of my surroundings. And I'm like a bubble boy. Some people call me that, you know, how clean I am.
Sure.
And,
You've never seen a bug in your life, basically.
Yeah, basically. And I think it would kill me. I think at this point I keep my surroundings so clean that any sort of exposure to any sort of dirt would kill me. So, you know, it's like I've never built up. I'm like, if my skin is transparent and it just lets through everything now. Because it didn't need to harden up, you know. I didn't go through the school of hard knocks or whatever. I just kept everything clean, you know. And now I live in fear every day, you know. So you could send your cockroach army after me and kill me, probably, or an agent, a single cockroach.
I don't
agent.
really control them, especially
Oh.
now.
Yeah, especially
I'm
now.
saying.
Yeah,
Like,
before. Yeah, you
if I didn't just crush my fiance, I might have had a bit more sway, political power over them.
Yeah.
Now it's all gone. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I'll just need to. At this point, I'll just get rid of them.
They'll have a casus belli to claim your lands. You know, reason for war. But
They're
you know,
gone. They're gone. They got. Here's the thing. Ultimately, they could do that, but also they're the size of like a pound coin.
what if they crawl inside your mouth when you sleep and then control your brain by pulling like little things?
I'm not
like
sleeping until they're gone.
poking your
Also,
brain.
I'll go to a hotel or something.
Oh, okay, a motel.
And then come back.
And then they'll have
Do
to
a bunch of
negotiate.
damage.
The cockroaches in your apartment will have to negotiate with the cockroaches in the hotel, and that was a lot of a lot of diplomacy that will have to take time.
They
before...
don't even know it would take their entire lifespan just to get from here to there. Mm-hmm. They don't know they exist.
They probably have some sort of vehicles. They like ride rats or something around to speed
I think
their
rats would eat
traversal.
them. Rats eat them.
Or like they have flies that can pick them up. You know.
Maybe.
I imagine they're like a insect society of some sort. I don't think they're
Like a bug's life.
bugs life. Yes.
Yeah, I think you're placing too much.
Too much faith in them.
Just you're putting them on a pedestal too
Oh.
much. Like they're some kind of like
And that-
like they're the humans of bugs. When I
and
don't think that's the case. I think if anything, they're like they're like maybe the cat or dog of bugs.
You know, I'm trying to, they're the underdog, you know, in the situation. So you always want to root for them, you know, in a way.
I would say based on numbers, I'm the underdog.
Okay, true, yeah.
I think in all categories except for raw physical strength, I'm the underdog.
But, you know, you have access to nuclear weapons, you know, and they don't, which is...
The nuclear weapon to them is my boot.
That's true,
That's,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
the nuclear weapon to them.
Yeah. Or
But that's what I'm saying. That's just power. I have the one category I have a lead in, and that's raw physical power. Mm-hmm. They're like smaller than me. They're nimble. They can fit in places that I can't. They got
Like your mouth.
hundreds of them.
Nose, ears.
They have more support, especially after this call. I'm getting the idea that you don't support me at all. I have no support in this.
No, I don't support you. I feel like my support is with the cockroaches. I'm gonna actually go outside. I'm
Aren't
gonna
you
protest.
deathly afraid of the bugs?
I'm gonna protest. Oh yeah, that's true. I
You're gonna
can.
go to-
I will die. Yeah, I
Gonna
forgot
go
about
down
that.
to London. Go on a march.
It's unfortunate that I can't. You know, that's why I'm gonna support by you know, making tweets. That's that's what I'm gonna that's what I'm gonna do. You know, that's my level of that's the level of support that they can get from me, basically. Unfortunately, because I have unfortunately the like
I feel like
regress
this
as a
is
human.
going.
You know,
This is going in a direction now where I think people could make unfortunate and untrue connections about what we're trying to say with this
I think
joke.
so, yeah.
maybe we should move on.
yeah, I think we should move on.
I think just to be clear, whatever the bad thing you might be thinking about us is, it's not true. We're just
Not
having a
true.
joke.
We're just having a fictional scenario in a.
It was just supposed to be a joke about bugs, and it became something else that we did not intend.
yeah, and
It
then
was not part of it. Please, believe us,
people make
please.
everything political now.
Everybody's making everything political.
You've
Welcome
here
to
making
Dead
it
Ensigns, the #1 video gaming podcast. Because this week, breaking news, we got the latest scoop as of right now. But by the time you're listening to this, you would have already known about it for 3 days. But we got
Yeah.
the latest scoop right now.
Yeah.
The Game Award nominees, Max.
Uh-huh.
Can you believe it? It's another year.
Yes. Of
It's been
video games.
another year of great games and even greater friends.
Yeah, true.
And the industry is stronger than ever.
All the
'Cause
layoffs.
there's so many people in the work pool, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah. So
It's
at
like
any
you
time-
can make anything and you'll be able to find somebody to help it. Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like if that's the thing. Everybody's always like, oh, there's no jobs going around. That means the industry's in a bad place. I think it's quite the opposite. I think it's actually it's actually a good place to be in because
Mm-hmm.
it means if you're making something, there's a million options for you to
Yeah,
pick
exactly.
up people.
You can get the real cheap labor, you know,
You
to
can,
work on it.
you can pay them whatever you want.
You don't
That's
have to
how
pay
we
them
bounce
anything.
back. That's how we bounce back because the work is devalued.
Yeah.
now.
You trick them by saying that you will get paid for overtime after the project is finished.
Yes,
You know?
exactly.
And stuff like that. The cool tactics, like smart people.
You trick them
like-
by going, any day now we're going to turn our business into a co-op.
Yes, that's true.
And
You
we'll
say
all
that,
own a percentage of what we're getting. Any day now. And you just
Any
keep
day.
sort of saying that every now and then, just to keep them interested. You don't ever really have to do it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's what Mike Z did. You see, the thing is, Mike Z eventually said, we're not going to do it. And that's when people left. If he had just kept going, any day now we're going to... It's a lot of paperwork, but any day now we're going to have the co-op sorted out.
Yeah.
He'd still be working on Skullgirls.
My
But unfortunately,
shoe-
they pulled the rug out from underneath
My
him
shoes
because
are just very
he was a
heavy.
stupid idiot.
So it will take me a long time to get this done, you know.
Yeah. I'm
But-
having trouble. I'm getting hand cramps. I can't lift up a pen to sign the thing.
It's just so...
You
I'm
guys
so
give me a week
Yeah.
just to recover.
Yeah, true. And then
But
another
yes,
week, and then-
with the #1 gaming source, straight from Jeff Keighley's mouth to us,
Yeah.
to you.
He emailed
We got
us.
the latest scoop. He emailed us. He said, "Hey boys, here's an hour early. Here's the nominations."
Yeah, he
Just for you.
he emailed us earlier, but we were like, we record on Mondays, Jeff, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Well, do what you will with this," you know. And then and that's the thing, we stuck to our guns and we recorded later, you know.
Yeah. He said he actually recorded a little later than we have been
Yeah,
usually.
I said to him, I was like, "You don't control us, Jeff."
He said, here's the latest scoop. You guys want to be the one to break this? And we said, well, we record on Monday, we release on Thursday. And he's like, we can't just like expedite it. And we were like, no, not really.
No,
We don't. Not that we can't. We just don't really want to.
we don't want to.
Like it's not like it's impossible. Like it could be done, but we don't really. We don't feel like it really.
Absolutely. He
Like
doesn't
after this,
control us.
after this, Max probably wants to do something. I just want to play some Rogue Trader.
Yeah.
I'll sort out the thumbnail and the YouTube video and stuff like another day. I'm not doing it today. You know?
Sorry, Jeff.
Jeff.
Sorry.
But you know, despite that, we're here. We got the nominations, Max. Do you want to hear the game of the years?
Yes.
These are your games of the year. Okay. You got Astrobot on PlayStation 5, remember? The platformer came out like a month ago or something.
Yes. It was a
Balatro.
Yeah.
Balatro. Up for
Yes.
Game of the Year. Ain't
The
that
card
something?
game. Yes.
Black Myth Wukong.
Mm-hmm.
Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Metaphor, Refantasio. Refantasio.
I'm such a gamer that I have not played a single one of these
I have
games.
played 2. I played
Yeah.
Balatro.
Yeah.
And I played Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. And you know what I gotta say? I'm thinking it should be Balatro.
Okay, that's interesting.
I'm thinking it should be Balatro here.
Sometimes, the simpler the idea wins, no matter how much work
It's
you
honestly,
put in.
it's like it's Balatro, man. You can hop in, you can do some fucking runs. It's good. It's fun.
Yeah.
This is like the culmination of 10 years of roguelikes or roguelites, whichever one is applicable here.
Yeah.
And deck builders, and all that indie crap that we've been shoveling in our mouths for the last fucking 10 years on PC. This is the culmination of all of it, the peak. It's got it all. It's got gambling. It's got
Yes, which
card
is good,
deck
yeah.
building. It's got roguelike. It's got unlockable stuff through runs. It's got challenges. What more could you want?
I don't know. Honestly, I maybe I should pick it up.
And it certainly isn't going to be that Shadow of the Erdtree crap.
Yeah.
I didn't even finish that.
It's gonna be Black Myth Wukong, because
Because they're trying to kowtow to China. Is that what you're
because
saying?
it was a very because
They're
it
trying
had
to
the
placate China. Is that what you're saying?
because it had the biggest user count on Steam. That's the only thing that you look at when you pick games of the year. How many people have played this game? And I imagine that Black Myth Wukong had the most plays out of all of these things, and majority wins, all the time.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if everybody that played Black Myth Wukong voted for it, then it would
exactly
win.
true.
But the thing with Balatro now is that it's also on phone, so the player base might be even bigger, and we just don't know.
That's true.
Because it's because of phone. We don't know about the phone player base.
Yeah, we don't we don't look there. We don't have any stats that come from that.
All I can say is
What's your
it's
pick?
not going to
Balatro,
be
I guess, then for this.
Metaphor Refantasio, because who's
Fantasio.
playing that? That shit looks gay as hell, man.
I don't
Final
know.
Fantasy VII Rebirth, another one. Haven't they made like 4 of these already?
Yeah. Haven't they made this fucking game before?
Shadow of the Erdtree, more like shitter of the shit of the Erdtree. Right?
Yes.
Black Myth Wukong. How about
Yes.
Black Myth Wugon?
Mm-hmm.
Because after 2 days after that came out, nobody was talking about it. Where'd all the players go?
Well, yeah, I feel like maybe there was some sort of manipulation when it comes to stats. I feel like
I think so.
there's someone manipulated the voting.
It's like they invented a whole country that
Yeah.
might be interested in this game to play it.
Yeah,
all of a
exactly.
sudden.
They
It's like, where
invented
the hell
it.
did
Yeah.
these people come from?
Exactly. An Astrobot.
And Astrobot, honestly, maybe a thumbs up. You know what? It looked fun. Looked good.
Yeah, I guess.
I can't hate on Astrobot.
Can't play it because it's only on the PS5.
Yeah, I don't got a PS5. It looks pretty good, but yeah.
Doesn't look like a system.
Let's move
seller.
next. That was the game of the years. Best game direction is the exact same.
It's actually
It's the exact 100% every single game.
Yeah.
Every single game is the exact same as game of the year. I feel like last year there's at least a couple that they swapped out.
Yeah.
But this one, I think they were phoning it in this year at the Game Awards.
Yeah,
Best
Balatro, I
narrative.
guess, is winning.
Best narrative. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Metaphor again, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 feels like a bit of a cheat because the narrative for that game came out 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That
is true.
I don't think Bloober Team should be awarded best narrative for a game.
No,
that
they
written.
shouldn't. This is like it is weird.
Bit of a cop out.
But what won? There was a remake of a fucking game that won a soundtrack, the best soundtrack for a remake of a song that already existed. So whatever. Like last year, I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember.
But yeah, I guess remakes also count now. So whatever.
Yeah, like I feel like if you want to say Silent Hill 2 remake had best direction, I'd be like, yeah, all right, because you had to direct the remake. You had to redirect but I mean, in terms of the narrative, it's like you already had the narrative.
I can't comment on it because I haven't even started. I downloaded. I bought a legitimate copy of a PS2 version of Silent Hill 2, so I can play it. So then I can see the differences. Yeah. But I just haven't started doing it. I just haven't
gone around to it.
Yeah. I'm waiting until I lose my job, and then I can just play video games all the time.
I feel that. I had a similar. I feel like I haven't played a lot this year. I've just been playing like Rogue Trader for the last like 2.5 months.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't really comment on a lot of it, if any of it, really. Like you played Hellblade 2.
Yeah, I played Hellblade 2 because it was short. It was like 3 hours. So, and it was
kind of what you want from a narrative experience.
That's true, but at the same time,
I don't necessarily want to play 20 hours just for a narrative.
Absolutely, but at the same time, the combat was, I feel, even kind of less engaging than it was in.
Well, it ain't going up for best combat, brother. It's going up for best narrative. So
narrative.
What's next?
I guess
best art direction.
Can you link me the page you're looking at so I know that? Because I was looking at different.
Sure, just a second. Here are the. Hold on. Here are the nominees. I'm looking at the Game Awards website.
That's just a picture of your penis. Why did you send me that?
That's where they are. So
Geoff Keighley came
in on my willy.
On my willy. Ooh, I guess I need a magnifying glass for this, or microscope. All right. Best art direction.
Yeah, he did, because it's a lot of things to write down, and even if I had like a 12-inch.
Okay, yeah.
What's it down there?
What's it?
He would still need to like zoom in just to get them all on there. There's not a lot of space to work with,
Mm-hmm. True.
If you're writing down all these different games and categories.
I guess Geoff Keighley had a pretty good best art direction on your penis.
Best art direction, speaking of, we got pretty much the entire same thing as before. It seems like not a lot of games came out this year, according to the Game Awards.
Never. What is this?
Never.
It would be cool if you could.
Is this the one made by the Gree people? You know that game Gree?
No.
Grease?
Grease.
GRIS? Indie game? Gree?
Nope.
You've definitely seen it. I feel like you've talked about it before.
I've talked about Grease, the musical.
This fucking game,
I watched John Travolta.
This game?
No.
Alright, never mind. Well, it's a indie.
I hate platformers. I hate them.
Artistic indie game.
I don't care.
This is the best selection you have for best art direction, is these 5 games. Not that any of them are like bad art direction, but I'm like, is it really? Every single one of these has had the same like 4 games in it.
Yeah.
What's going on this year? Huh?
All right, let's look at best
music.
Score.
Again, mostly the same, but now they've added Stellar Blade in there.
And Silent Hill, I guess, was in best direction.
Again, best score in music. I mean, you would have had to remake the music, I guess. Yeah. Although it's the same music as before, you'd have to remake some of it, I guess.
No, you take the MP4 files or whatever, compressed MP4 files from the disc, and then you shove it for AI to upscale it or whatever.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Soundscale it.
You go do this, but with orchestral instrumentation. You're like, yes, sir.
Yeah. Best audio design.
Look, hold on, slow down.
Okay, what's in here? There's nothing in here.
No, I know, but I was the one that started off moving us along, and now you're moving the train.
I'm taking it over like the cockroaches.
No, let's keep it consistent. Best audio design. The only new thing here is Black Ops 6. Everything else is something we talked about before. Silent Hill 2,
Yeah.
Hellblade 2, Rebirth, and Astrobot.
All the guns.
Here's the thing. Astrobot has been nominated for everything.
That'd be
so
funny
far.
if
Does that mean it
Astrobot
is the game of the year?
cleans up all of these awards just
It
for
would
the
be kind
meme
of
of it.
awesome.
Yeah.
But like, if you're gonna nominate it for every category, does that not at least mean that it's probably the game of the year, right?
I guess, right? It's
Shouldn't it be like the game of the year should be the very last thing, and it should be the game that won the most awards that year, right?
I don't think so, but
That's
you
the
could
game of the year?
I guess you could say that, like, if you were really cold and mathematic about it, then yes, you could say that.
But it's
the
like,
game
what
that
are you
wins-
saying is the game? What are you saying about the game is of the game of the year? Otherwise, what does that category mean? Otherwise,
It's like it has like the vibes, bro. You know,
It has the
of, like,
vibe of the best
yeah.
you look at it and you go, "That's best game."
The,
material. Which means that you could have a game like Astrobot and it wins like best sound and audio and gameplay and everything, but then you go like, but actually Black Myth Wukong was the game of the year for
Yeah.
some reason. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense. I would count those votes again. I would be like, why isn't Astro Boy winning?
Recount.
Recount.
Anyway, best audio design is mostly the same. What do we got next? Best performance. Here we go.
Oh.
You can't nominate games for performance.
I
You
don't
nominate
know
people.
these people. Oh, I can. It says the games that were in. That's
You got
good.
Brianna White for her work in Rebirth, which I'm not sure who she played. Hannah Tell, Life is Strange Double Exposure. I'm not sure who she was playing. Humberly Gonzalez, Star Wars Outlaws. I don't know who she was playing. Luke Roberts.
The main character.
She's the main character.
yeah.
Luke Roberts. I'm assuming he was playing James.
Yes, I think so.
And Melina Jurgens, I guess.
Yeah.
Jurgens.
She's,
For Senua's Saga. That's her. That is Senua. Like,
Yeah.
you look at her and you're like, yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
I recognize her because they made her in the game.
Yes. They mapped her. They stole her soul and put it in the game.
I didn't play any of these, so I can't. If now, here's the thing: if they were like Jimmy from Balatro,
The Joker from Balatro.
that's why he's called Jimmy.
Mm-hmm. Is he? I don't know.
Yeah, if they had
Okay.
Jimmy on here, I'd be like Jimmy all the
Just
way.
the card and it wins, and it's like all these
It'd be awesome.
actors just, just
Innovation.
what they want.
Innovation and accessibility.
And okay,
Black Ops 6. They don't. I feel like in the previous years they listed what they did for accessibility, but now I'm looking at this and I'm like, what did Diablo 4 do? What did they do that made the game?
I
more
always
accessible?
love when we do like these, like we did the Oscars and we did this, and we're like, we haven't seen.
Now here's at least with the Oscars we had seen, at least I had seen more of them.
Yeah, because you actually made effort into going and see them.
I was going to see some of them,
but none of
cut
them
it in.
won. I think at the end or something like that. It was something dumb like that.
But then, yeah, well, for the game, games are just so much time.
Yes,
How many
true.
people have actually played at least like 75% of the nominated games in a year?
There are people out there that did this, and we should find them
Like,
and ask them.
like just looking
specifically.
at accessibility, how many people out there can reliably say, I have played enough Black Ops 6, Diablo 4, Dragon Age the Veilguard, Prince of Persia the Lost Crown, and Star Wars Outlaws to know which one had the highest innovation in accessibility?
And how many of those can appreciate that accessibility on top of that?
Like with the Oscars, it's very reasonable to say like, yeah,
Watch a
I've seen
couple
these
movies.
5 movies in the year.
Yeah.
You know, I've spent at least like 10 hours in the year watching
Mm-hmm.
movies.
Yeah.
You spend 10 hours playing a game in a year, that's like one game.
It's like the first level.
It's like the first level.
It's like the
that's like
first-
Mario 1-1.
Mario 1-1, yeah.
It's like 10 hours. If they remade Super Mario Bros. Nowadays, the first level would be like 10 hours.
Yeah. It would be.
It'd
You
spend
would-
like an
yeah.
hour and a half teaching you how to hit a block. And
Yeah,
what you
it
can
would
get out
teach
of it.
crouch under the slug, Mario.
You'd have to watch like 5 cutscenes where they introduce Toad
Yeah.
as your companion. And on top of that, they would have a side co-op campaign
Yeah.
with Luigi.
Yeah.
that has its own separate story that you'd have to play. It's
That's
bullshit.
true.
This is why the Game Awards sucks, man, and why nobody should ever take it seriously. And if you sit there going, I'm taking it seriously, you got. Don't believe Geoff Keighley. This stuff is for you to see some ads for an evening and go, oh, what a laugh. Anyway. Games for impact. Here we go. Here's some new stuff.
I want the most inaccessible game. That's what I
yeah,
want.
what's the most obtuse and difficult, but highest barrier of entry for a game this year?
It's just like a piece of paper with like squares and triangles someone left in, like, you know. It's like, we don't know how to play this. Like, nobody knows. There's one guy.
It just came out on Steam.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what it is.
Nobody knows what it is. You know, all right,
games for impact. We've got closer the distance.
I've at least played 2 games out of this. I played Indica and I played
Never is
Senua.
back. Life is Strange, Double Exposure,
and
Senua, and Tales of Kenzera Zao.
And out of the games that I actually played in this, I did enjoy Indica a little bit more than.
Indica was cool. I had to stop playing it because I felt like my computer was going to blow up.
It was pretty heavy.
It was a little. I don't know if it was just that it was my computer is old or if it was just not very well optimized. But it was it was a very cool game. It was very see this Indica feels like the kind of game that should be up for best direction.
Yeah,
no?
yeah, could be. Out of the ones like there could be a game that could probably be replaced, right? With
like this, I feel like this is what we said last year, or at least what I was saying is that like some people will look at Game of the Year and Best Direction of the Year and be like, aren't these the same category? And it's like, no, because I think direction is more about like. It's more about like the ability to like not necessarily just being a really really good game, but the ability to like innovate and push the medium and convey a story in an interesting way, you know. Like Alan Wake 2 last year, that definitely wouldn't have been Game of the Year for me because Baldur's Gate 3 was like a huge game that had a billion fucking things you could do in it. You know? It was like the best RPG, best toy that you could get. But Alan Wake 2 was awesome because all of like different scenarios and shit that are in that game, and the way that the way they're portrayed and told, the way you play through them is interesting and dynamic, and the game is super engaging and interesting and cool. Yeah. And so that's why. But then this year it's Game of the Year awards again. It's the Game of the Year is just the best direction apparently as well. So who knows? Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I guess that's the thing. You also. I don't know. It's like that. I wonder how they actually pick these. You know, do they just like there's like a selection?
It's a panel, right? They must have a panel. I think they have a panel.
There's like a panel, and you know, they don't play video games. They just Google top 10 indies or something like that, and then top 10 game of the years, and then they just put it on there, and they go job done, and then they take a fucking 10K check, and they're like, yes please, and that's it, you know.
Now this is interesting. Best ongoing.
Okay,
got Destiny 2,
Fortnite,
Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Helldivers 2.
Yeah,
which I guess is fair because it's like it's
I guess live service. Yes,
yeah, they're planning to keep it going for as long as they can.
Of all of these games, I only played Helldivers 2, so I don't really play Fortnite.
I've played 14. The newest expansion came out this year. I played Fortnite and I played Helldivers 2. This is the thing.
Yeah.
Like, for Final Fantasy 14, would I be voting for the Dawn Trail expansion? Or just the game as a whole?
I don't know,
because the Dawn Trail expansion was really good, but Helldivers 2, I feel like, was a great game on its own.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like comparing MMOs to, like, a experience that is like, oh, you go on a level and you do, like, a co-op game, you know? And then, I don't know, it's a bit of a... different sort of scale,
Well,
I guess, when it comes to ongoing, right?
It's supposed to be judging a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. So I guess Fortnite is probably the best one.
Probably,
I think
exactly, because
the stuff you're doing in Fortnite is different now than you were doing last year, maybe.
They take people and they grind them into dust to fuel the machine, of Fortnite. So
And we love
going by that, Fortnite probably wins,
What about our best community support? Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky is just going to win again, I think. They've won
still
before.
Going. Yeah, they keep adding stuff.
Yeah, it is insane.
But Baldur's Gate 3, they added the workshop, I think. They added mods,
but wasn't it? It's technically not official or something. They do like a thing where it's like a little snide, where it's like you have to download like a file, or you like remove a boolean somewhere, and it enables mods because they.
I have no idea.
I don't know. So. But yeah, it's I don't know. I feel like Baldur's Gate, honestly, right? I feel like the communication with the dev team, from what I've seen, is pretty insane. Yeah. The number, the amount of effort they've put into taking player feedback, right?
I agree.
No Man's Sky, I guess, right? They're continuously expanding that game, but I don't know. Like Helldivers, it has a lot of problems when it comes to its ongoing development and the way they did really, listen to people, but I feel like they have a lot of problems in terms of the way they run development. And one of the biggest ones that I can just see as someone that works in software is that they just don't do testing, and you can tell. There's no way. It just seems like they haven't developed the process of testing changes before rolling them out correctly and kind of fully. So anytime they try to release a big update or a big change, they break the game, Yeah. So you can compare it, for example, to Hello Games, No Man's Sky. It's insane, They're continuously expanding the game. The game is really stable now, and it seems like they have their shit together, as not only as a company but also from the engineering standpoint, to be able to support the gameplay they're trying to put in the game. And the thing with Helldivers is that there seems to be a lack of knowledge, specific to how to make such live service game.
Well, Max, let me ask you about best independent game.
Interesting. Let's have a look.
You got Animal Well. Molitro's back.
One of them.
Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. I don't know what that is.
I've seen it. It looked interesting.
Never. And UFO 50.
Yeah, I played UFO 50, and you also played UFO 50.
I feel like I gotta give this one to a UFO 50.
Yeah, how can you... Yeah, it's like more games, right? It's like, how can you even compete, right?
Yeah. It's like, really, it should be given 50 Best Independent Game Awards.
They should put a specific game out of UF50 across all,
be
like...
kind of funny, yeah.
In every single
if they
slot.
Were like Velgress. Best Independent Game, Velgress in UFO 50.
Yeah.
I think UFO 50 shows the beauty of the independent game development world.
Mm-hmm. And just focusing on...
come up with 50 of them.
Yeah, and like focusing on just cool ideas and mechanics, little mechanics, rather than, scope. Like the scope is like... I guess it is big. Scope is big in terms of, we want to create 50 ideas, right? That's the scope. But each game is really well kind of, I have this little idea, make it into a game, So, people struggle to make one single project, and here they were able to create 50, in a single project.
Is what I say about, Big Mode Donkey. Did a lot of great work, I'm sure, making Animal Well. But here's the thing, you gotta have a couple games under your belt before you get a Game of the Year award.
True.
a best independent game. So, give it some time. I think Animal Well, probably a great game. I think I saw bits and pieces of it.
The
looked
developer
kind of
of
boring.
Animal Well is just picked up his chair and just threw it out of his window. It's like, it's not my fault. He gave me money.
So I think it come back in a couple years, maybe Animal Well 2. That will be the one that gets the award.
Mm-hmm.
But Animal Well 1, maybe it's going to get in a best of collection.
True.
Best debut indie game, Animal Well, Balatro, Mana Lords, Pacific Drive, The Plucky Squire. It's going to have to be Balatro here, right? As far
I
as
would
the
imagine,
debut
yeah.
goes.
Not only
Did you ask for
gameplay
a better debut?
gameplay wise, but also just success in terms of success.
Right.
I would imagine
It's a great option for gambling addicts. If you want to
True.
scratch the itch without, it's like non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah.
If you just need the taste, do some Balatro. It's got cards
Get used to
and antes and chips.
Yeah. I've played Pacific Drive and I've played Mana Lord out of this category. I haven't played Balatro. And Pacific Drive was cool, but there was something that was lacking in that game a little bit in terms of... it had a very cool concept of, like, you got this car and you're, like, maintaining it as you're driving through basically what is the zone from Stalker, right? And it's falling apart on you and you need to fix it, but it gets pretty kind of samey. You're, instead of finding it challenging to maintain your car, it becomes very...
As far as a debut indie goes,
yeah,
because it's not up for best indie, it's the best debut.
It wasn't even nominated for best indie. So but comparably,
new outing.
But
is it really going to beat Jimmy Joker and his funny cards? No, I don't
true.
think so. We'll move on. Best mobile game, Balatro is back. Pokemon trading card game Pocket came out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Seems a little unfair.
Someone got paid under the table.
I think Keighley's maybe getting some extra packs in trading card game Pocket, if you ask me. Somebody check his account.
True.
He's got a free gold subscription to that app, let me tell you. And honestly, it's just, I don't know why that's up. It's not even a particularly great mobile game. It's literally just like a really stripped down Pokemon trading card game, and you open packs like once a day. That's it.
Opening packs.
Yeah. Boy, I got another Machamp. Hooray.
Pack opening simulator. One of there's that
People
like
love opening packs though. To be fair,
there was a on Steam. There's like a trading card shop game simulator that was super popular. I think it's on over 1 million.
Yeah, because you just open fake card packs the entire time.
So I guess that's what people want in the end.
And sell them.
That's the thing. Is like we're thinking about like, oh, we want this game to have depth, and be able to to have all these aspects to it, but in the end, people just want an endorphin trip, where they just open a pack of fake cards.
But if we're gonna rate these on endorphin drips, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Balatro clears again,
and you can compare it because you play
the endorphins that you get from a good Balatro run.
It just hits just right.
It does. I don't know what the rest of these games... I know Zenless Zone Zero. I don't know what Wuthering Waves or AFK Journey is. They look kind of like shit, but also so does Zenless Zone Zero, so what can you do? Here's the thing. I looked at Genshin Impact. I don't like the character designs of the world. I didn't play it. The other one they made, Honky Star Rail. Again, didn't like the character designs. I was holding out for Zenless Zone Zero because I look at the character designs. They got a big bear guy in it.
Yeah,
they got some cool characters and stuff, and I'm like, I want to play that one. Since the game came out, they've released as like small anime women. I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to play it anymore. You lost me. That was the one gacha game. That was the one gacha game that could have had me, and they lost me because they released characters that
you're in the minority that loves big bear men,
It's not even that I don't like anime girl type character designs either. It's just the ones that they've been releasing have all looked like the same like cookie cutter thing that I'm like, it's fucking boring, man.
Because
I don't want
it's
to play
easy
it.
to make.
Balatro, best mobile game is actually on a mobile phone. Gave you a
That's
thumbs
true.
up. Best VR AR. Who the fuck's playing this shit, bro?
Yeah. This is the
Asgard's
MetaQuest.
Wrath 2, man. Come on.
Apparently, Asgard Wrath 2 is supposed to be really good. So
Well, hey, maybe if it pushes
I would-
some VR units, then we can
would-
have a chat.
I would imagine that I think that's probably going to win.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it will be one of those awards that Geoff Keighley like just throws in between trailers. You know,
Yeah,
where
sure.
they'll show like 3 trailers, and then Geoff Keighley will be like, "And best VR game goes to Asgard's Wrath 2. Now check out this brand new world premiere of Halo 7." You know.
All right, we need to get. We haven't even spoke about Tulsa King, and we need to get rid of these
Let's
fucking.
speed round. Let's speed round. Best action
Okay.
game got to be Stellar Blade.
Yeah, of course.
What
Sexy
Warhammer
lady.
40k Space Marine 2? The game looked like dog
Yeah,
shit, bro.
it's
Fuck
shit.
you.
It's horrible.
Best
There's
action
no women
adventure.
in that game.
There's no women.
Best
action adventure, probably
Yeah.
Silent Hill 2. What more can you say? Who doesn't like to have an adventure in
I
Silent
love-
Hill 2 and
I
find
love-
their dead wife's
Yeah.
ghost and
Yeah.
kill her, or forgive her, or
don't
kill yourself?
Don't spoil it for people.
You never know what happens. Best RPG, Dragon's Dogma 2, Shadow of the Odd Tree, FF7 Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Metaphor, Rifantatio. Probably going to be Metaphor if I had to guess. Dragon's Dogma 2 looked kind of cool, but it didn't run on anybody's PC
Yeah.
because it's not
And-
very well optimized.
Yes, it's the same
And
engine.
who owns a PlayStation 5?
Yeah.
Really?
But more
Nobody,
people
that's-
own PlayStation. More people own PlayStation 5s than Xboxes. So you know.
That's true. Oh, that's true. Best fighting. I saw this one online. And I'm a bit. Now here's the thing. Here's some bullshit, bro. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket came out like 2 weeks ago, already in for best mobile game. There's some shit going on there. Rivals of Aether 2 came out like a month ago, not even considered for best fighting, but they got multiverses in here again.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I can.
Come on.
That
Are you
is,
kidding me?
Because Jeff Keighley, he's getting the early scoops on Zack Snyder's new movies. You know,
Yeah, man.
he gets the early cut of Rebel Moon Part 3 or whatever.
And they got Sparking Zero in it. This is a bad year, man. What are we looking at? Tekken 8 is like Tekken 8 and Grand Blue are the only like real contenders here. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection is like a good collection. It's not like I don't know if it's really fair to say that should be up for best fighting game of the year, considering it's all games from the last 20 years.
Yeah, it's a collection. Okay,
Multiverses is ass. I'm sorry, it's not. It's not very good. It's really not very good.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sparking Zero is a toy box. You get out your Broly figure, you get out your Trunks figure, you smash them together. You go, kamehameha.
Well, you know,
It's a sad year. I guess.
sometimes that's what people want.
I
Best
guess
family.
out of all of these, the new Grand Blue fighting game seems like the best package that you could get out of all of these as a fighting game. Tekken 8's got a lot of legacy, but it's kind of an expensive game, man. Like,
What is it more expensive than normal game? No, a normal game, I guess.
well, here's the thing: Tekken 7 had DLC characters, so you would pay extra to get DLC characters
okay.
in.
That's what
But
it is.
everything, all the cosmetic stuff, you would be able to like kind of get in game. This time around, they've got like a battle pass and stuff for unlocking cosmetic shit, and also the characters are more expensive. It's just like, you know, it's Tekken 8. It's a good game. It's Tekken 8, but it's like, I don't know. The Grand Blue game seems like a better package, I guess. But then also Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. I don't know. I've only played Tekken 8 and Multiverses out of these, unfortunately, and I have to say it certainly ain't going to be Multiverses.
Mm-hmm.
If Multiverses won this year, that would be some mad.
That would be
That's some
pretty
mad.
cool.
The Warner Bros. Money slipping out of Geoff Keighley's
Yeah,
pocket.
but like we just have to sometimes sacrifice certain things so we can continue existing. You know.
It should be Rivals 2. Rivals 2 is awesome. It's a
Mm-hmm.
good ass game. Best Family, Astro Bot, Princess Peach, Showtime, Super Mario Party, Jamboree, Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom, Plucky Squire. I don't know, Mario Party? It's Mario Party.
Mario Party.
It's
That's
Marty
it. Mario
Party.
Party. Next.
Next. Best Sim Strategy, Age of Mythology, Retold. Frostpunk 2, Kunitsugami,
Path
Path of the Goddess, Mana Lords, Unicorn Overlord.
I played Frostpunk 2 and Mana Lord out of this, so
I played a little bit of Unicorn Overlord in a demo, and it was kind of fun. It was okay. It was like a little auto battle-y, but it was it seemed good. But I'm not getting it on Switch.
I like Frostpunk 2 after 2 I played.
Frostpunk 2 it is.
Yeah.
Best sports racing.
Jesus Christ.
NBA, Topspin, EA Sports, FC 25, because no, it's not FIFA anymore.
Oh yeah, it's FC.
It's EA Sports FC 25. They don't have the FIFA license
anymore. Sorry. Okay, next.
EA Sports
Who gives a fuck?
FC.
Best multiplayer.
Best multiplayer: Call of Duty, Helldivers 2, Marty Party, Tekken 8, Warhammer 40k, Space.
Yeah,
they were trying to shove that in. Like, please, Geoff, please, can we hear at the Games Workshop, the Warhammer Studios, please get a game in there.
Yeah.
I don't know, Helldivers 2 or Marty Party, probably. Mario Party seemed like it was pretty good this time around, but I didn't play it. Helldivers 2, I guess.
All right. That's it. Best adaptation.
Best adaptation.
What?
Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, TV show. Knuckles.
Okay, I know.
Like a Dragon, Yakuza, and Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft. Fallout show is pretty good.
I like the Fallout show, but apparently Arcane's supposed to be really good too. The new season.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of it. And,
it's supposed to be beautiful. It's supposed to be beautifully animated, and you're an anime.
How beautiful can a League of Legends story be? Really, be honest.
I don't know.
Not very.
I see a lot of Rule 34 of the characters from League of Legends, so I would.
Where are you seeing that?
It just pops up sometimes. I don't really control it.
You just have a feed that just naturally goes you'll probably like this, and you're
yes. It's just hardcore pornography pops up. Yes.
Most anticipated game.
Well, fuck.
Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metroid Prime 4, and Monster Hunter Wilds.
Well, probably GTA is going to win, right?
Is that supposed to be coming out next year? I thought it was coming out in like 2026.
I don't remember, man. And we're not going to be able to play it because we don't have consoles anyway.
I like Sam's baby. It's very cute. Yeah. That picture with Sam and Death Stranding 2 is very cute. They've chosen giving the baby a little kiss.
Every single father should press that and vote for that, honestly. True. It's a bit unfair. Nice.
I'm voting for Death Stranding 2.
Yeah.
Content creator of the year.
I don't know these people.
Oh, dude, there's so many awesome content creators. You got Techo Gamers, Casio, Typical Gamer. Well, I mean, who's a better gamer to represent the year than the typical gamer, you know?
Yeah, just typical
gamer. It's like the platonic ideal of a gamer.
He is when you take all the gamers around the world and you average their faces together, that's what you get.
It's always funny seeing VTubers and things like that. I don't know why. And things like this. I don't know why. It's not as a slight against them. I'm not knocking them, you know? But it's just funny seeing like a lineup of like 4... guys for like, oh, we're gaming guys, and then an anime character and being like, this anime character's the best human of the year in gaming. It's just sometimes, like full art of them just standing there. It's like,
what you have to realize is sometimes, just having a human body doesn't make you human.
It's true. That's so true. That's so true. And you know what? I don't think typical gamer is human. Look at him. He's a gamer. He's not a human. Get the carrots out of your hair, lady. Why are you putting them in your brains?
They're going to rot.
They're going to get gross. Carrots go gross pretty quickly if you just leave them out.
Do. All right.
Best esports game: Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends, Bang Bang. What the fuck is Mobile Legends? Bang. I'm voting for Mobile Legends, Bang Bang.
Bang Bang won. All right, next one. Athlete. I don't know these people.
Dude, you got 33, Alexib, Chovy, Faker, Ziwu, and my vote's on
yeah, we love Zim.
These are my favorite esports. All right, best esports team.
Fuck.
We got Billy Gaming.
Thank you.
We got Genji, got Navi, T1, and Team Liquid. Probably gonna be Billy Gaming.
Yes.
Gotta be Billy.
Billy. There you go.
That's it. And the player's choice.
They shouldn't care about player's choice.
They should not. They should ignore the players.
Ignore the players. Astro Boys are gonna go into each one.
Billy. I think it's got to be Team Billy as gamers of the year. I think.
Too obsessed with the Team Billy.
I like.
Where is Tulsa King? Tulsa King hasn't been nominated for anything. Best adaptation.
It's got to be the best adaptation.
Yeah, of Halo. Gears of War.
Now, but here's the thing: if we get a Tulsa King game, that can fit the best adaptation.
I would imagine that would be the worst product ever,
I think it would be like
honestly.
a strategy game, Tulsa King strategy game.
You drag your. I think it could make a pretty good mobile game. You get Bodhi and you move him to the weed shop and he works there and he makes weed and then
they made like Hitman Hex or something.
Oh yeah, Hitman Hex, yeah.
Whatever that like light Hitman strategy game is. I think they did like a Tomb Raider one as well. Do that, Tulsa King.
Yeah, true. Get IO Interactive on it.
And it's gonna work because now we can talk about Tulsa King, the finale. Yeah. He's becoming a CIA agent or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
What the hell is that hook, man? At the end,
we have 5 minutes to talk about.
Was that ending. Shadowy figure? No, we don't. We have more than 5 minutes. Was that shadowy figure at the end? It sounded like Thresher. Do you think it was Thresher?
I don't think so. I don't think
it sounded like Thresher to me.
You think Thresher was a Fed the entire time?
Maybe.
That would be pretty funny if Thresher was just
he was trying to do a sting on the Chinese guy and
and then they just killed him.
Kansas City guy.
Well, I guess I need to get another guy to get a sting on.
Well, maybe it was I don't know, man. All I'm saying is it sounded like Thresher. What a finale, bro. I think they maybe split the last episode in two because both of these episodes were like 35 minutes.
Yes, absolutely.
I think maybe they just kind of split them maybe for pacing's sake and just kind of extended both a little bit.
Yeah. What happened in this episode? We had Dwight taking over Thresher's operation.
Dwight takes over the farm. The cannabis farm is now his. He bullies Thresher out. He convinces Thresher to leave the criminal game.
Yeah, because he's like, you're a fucking billionaire, like an oil billionaire. Why are you doing this? You
literally don't need to do this.
You're just playing this. Like, what are you doing?
You're playing toys over here. You don't need to. It's fine.
We had the ending of the dealership plotline, which is they buy the dealership and
the deal is closed. Now the guy is in charge of it. He's the face of the operation. They shoot a funny commercial with him. Yeah. He's like a Zorro.
He's a
like a Three Musketeers type guy. He's slashing prices.
Mm-hmm.
And stopping the bad guys who are trying to overcharge you.
Yeah, it was awesome. Pretty funny because like she's like, oh, you need to like, you're thinking cheesy, but like you're so handsome, you know. Yeah. And it's like, so we need to do that. And then I thought, like, what if you had the dealership selling cars that you can fuck, and this is the only dealership you can
cars
do.
You put like like a thing in,
because she's like such a sexy guy, and I'll be like, would a sexy guy sell you a car you can't fuck, you know? And come over to the fuck my car dealership, you know, get yourself a car, you know. It's not cheating because it's a car. That's the that's the tagline of the dealership. But yeah, he records it. That's it. What else?
First up, Dwight has a meeting with Bevilacqua. Bevilacqua's like, now that everything's all sorted, I want 50%. Dwight's like, no, you get 25 because we've still got bad blood because you killed my friend,
my guy.
And he's like, fuck you, Dwight. I don't need you. Goes away. Chicky turns up. Chicky's like, come back to New York. That's where you belong. Dwight's like, no, I'm not going back to New York. Fuck New York. I'm out here now. I've made a place here. None of you people cared about me until I started making a name for myself again. And now all of a sudden, you want me back? Fuck you. So Chicky left. Chicky decides, I'm going to go to Bevilacqua. We need to kill Dwight. He's like, you want to kill him? And he's like, he's breaking the rules. And they're like, okay. They both go and meet Dwight. Chicky is trying to have this whole spiel about, like, we'll be co-owners and stuff, legitimate or whatever.
We're going to send guys out into the country, and we're going to, like, take over the entire country, basically.
Dwight, he turns to Bevilacqua. He's like, what do you think? Before he can even say it, Chicky's like, don't worry about him. He loves the idea already.
Yeah, he came up with it.
As he's explaining, bang, Bevilacqua shoots Chicky in the head.
Yes.
Done. And he says 50%, and Dwight's like, you've earned it.
Yeah,
because that's it. Now Dwight's the boss. Dwight's controlling the situation.
I can't wait for Chicky to come back with a plate in his head.
You think he's gonna be like Frieza in Dragon Ball?
Yes, exactly.
Come back and be like a cyborg.
Yes, that's why not?
That'd
we have
be
the
awesome.
Technology.
Why not? Why not? I would love that.
He's got like a cybernetic eye, Yeah, and he's a dangerous, that what they don't realize is that the body they pick to test this technology on, it's broken. It's a broken body. It's like Terminator, not RoboCop 2 is when they get the psycho to put him in the robot. Yeah, I think it's that one.
But I guess for the most part in this episode, stuff's wrapped up. Everything's coming up good for Dwight and his game.
It was pretty funny because I was like, so what's going to be the next season? And then I get my answer. Right.
Well, first off, he makes a great announcement. I guess he's more like he's like Dwight Mao Manfredi. Dwight Mao Freddy. Because he's decided that all of the businesses are going to be a co-op and everybody is going to get a percentage.
Yeah, it's great.
Which is kind of huge. That's
communal weed farm,
Our crime co-op.
Yeah, true.
So
everyone's so
big.
happy,
Everybody was like, hooray. Dwight's looking at his new girlfriend. He's like, I love my girlfriend. I love my sister. I love my family.
My friends.
I love my daughter, who's not in the show anymore. My grandkids, who's also not in the show anymore. Mm-hmm. I love my friends. I love that nobody betrayed me, actually, in the end. Mm-hmm. You remember early on we were talking about how somebody's going to flip?
Yeah, true.
Nobody flipped. Even Armand, he just pretended to flip. Everybody trusts Dwight at the end of the day.
True.
He's the old world wisdom coming into the future to make everything better.
And honestly,
hey, what I was thinking this episode? You know what I was thinking this episode when he was talking to Chicky about, or when Chicky was talking to Bevilacqua about how he's not kicking up to New York. Dwight really is. He carries the ideals of America, Mm-hmm. Because they pushed him like the Pilgrims. He was pushed out of the UK over into America, and then they started to make a name for themselves. And then all of a sudden, the UK starts coming back like, come on, why aren't you paying taxes? You need to be paying your taxes to us over here.
That is true, yeah.
And Dwight, like the Pilgrims, he said no. Like the revolutionaries, he said no, I'm building my own thing here.
Yeah, I'm
pushing them away.
And this land was free. There was nobody on it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. There was nobody here.
There's nobody here.
There was nobody here. I made a place here.
Yeah.
I made it what it is.
Yeah, that's
what Dwight is. He is America. He is creating America in Tulsa King, and that's why he had to stop China from invading.
And you know what? I think I'm gonna email Geoff back, and I'm gonna say the game Dwight played on everybody else is the game of the year.
True.
In the
honestly, the game that Dwight has been cultivating
it's the game of the year
for the last 2 seasons of Tulsa King. That's the game of the year.
Yeah, it just has a vibe, of the game of the year.
But what's our big hook? Our big hook is Dwight is asleep
He gets
with his girlfriend in their home, and some agents bust in. He gets swatted.
Mm-hmm.
They bust in. They hold him at gunpoint. It's scary. Never has Sylvester Stallone looked more like a scared old man than when in that shot. There was something about the lighting and everything that really made it look like weird. I don't know. It was strange.
Well, you know, he didn't have the makeup on, you know, to straighten him out.
But it's not like it's not like he's getting arrested by the ATF or anything.
Yeah,
like before
we don't know who it is.
They put a black bag over his head and they're taking him to some kind of strange facility. They're walking along. There's no press or anything. There's nothing. There's no police.
Yeah,
just strange kitted out agents G-men, taking him away. G-men.
Yeah, they're like just black uniforms, and then they just need you. You work for us now. That's what
we
they
don't
tell
know
him.
who it is even.
Yeah,
Shadowy. He's like, who's talking to me? Step forward, step out of the darkness, but we don't see him yet.
Yeah,
but they say you work for us now, Dwight.
What I'm thinking is that it's a CIA, and they're gonna be sending Dwight to the Middle East to like destabilize it. You know, using Dwight, you know, as a weapon,
or uses the old world, the old country wisdom to stabilize it.
Yeah,
he's gonna stabilize it. He's gonna bring some of his guys along. Well, that's it. No, they did the destabilizing. Now they're gonna stabilize.
Okay.
Also, you have to remember that this show is like made for conservatives. So, of course, he's not gonna go and destabilize. He's gonna go and bring freedom.
Yeah, bring freedom and crime
and liberty
to the Middle East.
Yeah, no, who knows? We'll have to wait until next time.
You know?
Who could it be?
It would be
what if it was Martin Starr? What if it was Bodhi? What if he came forward and he was like, it was me all along?
Yeah, I was a Fed. I was
a federal agent all the entire time.
That's why I have to know so much about software and hacking and Bitcoin, because I have the training, you know?
Exactly.
And the entire time when they broke my nose, I was pretending.
Yeah, I was actually pretending to not know self-defense or anything.
Yeah,
CQC.
exactly. But you know, it's pretty smart of them to do this because they were. It felt like the story was kind of running out a little bit of steam.
There'll be some pushback. Well, I guess not really, because the call that Dwight had with the guy who's now sort of in charge of the New York stuff.
Yeah.
He kind of basically said to Dwight, like...
Don't worry.
He was like, yeah, Chickie's been sent to, like, convince you to come back, but also, if he dies, whatever.
We don't care.
And Beverlock was backed off, so yeah, I guess this is the only thing they could do, is just introduce some completely new element all of a sudden.
Yeah, true.
Just be like, but bam, Dwight is now... He's been put in an unmarked van. Taken away.
Snatched, you know.
We'll find out next season, I guess. But
we're sending you to space.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But that's the end of the season. What do we think season 2?
It was, I don't know. It felt a little bit more. First season, I feel like, was a little bit higher quality than this one. I don't know. You know, it wasn't too high in the first season, but I feel like it became a little bit more crammy in this season.
I think they're kind of opposites of each other. I think the first season was like okay from the beginning, but like had a pretty good finish.
Mm-hmm.
I think this season I enjoyed it overall. I think it was pretty entertaining, but it had a pretty lackluster ending.
Yeah. I feel like the writing was also a little bit weaker in this. Like we had few aspects, like you even like was this shot during COVID or like not COVID? It was the strike.
There's a good chance that they were in the process of writing this when the strike hit. So there's a good chance that it got a hit because of that.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe, and that's why when the writers came back, we were like, we gotta get him out. Get the G-men on him, you know. Yeah, and that's it, you know.
I don't know. I mean, I'm still hooked. I'm looking forward to the third season.
Yeah,
I'm
it's,
interested to see where it goes. There's still some there's some threads they can pull on. You know, Dwight's girlfriend is now complicit. They imply that pretty heavily at the beginning when she picks up the bullet casing, kind of like just
she
pockets it,
smiles,
hides
she
it away.
smirks. Yeah,
But it's like, yeah, there's like a guy's body in her stables now. You know,
yeah, like buried there.
buried
yeah.
there. There's some, there's some threads they can pull
Maybe
on
some
in the future.
mind hunters will come around, dig him up.
Yeah, we get like a David Fincher crossover.
That season 3 is from a perspective of a federal agent going after Dwight.
Yeah, and then they can pay Sylvester Stallone less because
we can redo all the plot lines, but in like a reverse order,
we'll
like
look at it from a different viewpoint.
And we don't have to write anything new. And then at the end of the season, we got everything to arrest Dwight. Where is he? What happened?
You think? Oh, so you're saying like you do a bit of a bait and switch. You make it seem like we're following the organization that grabs him at the end, but then even this they're like, where the hell did he go? Who got him?
True.
Who got there before us?
Yeah,
that's not a bad idea. That would be a good twist at the end of a season that doesn't do anything or add anything at all whatsoever.
Yeah,
it'd
nothing
be a good
new
twist.
at all. It doesn't move the plot along at all.
It'd be a good first episode. I think that'd be a good first episode. If you had the whole first episode is like agents throughout the second season that are like, keeping an eye on things and just like trying to get evidence, and then at the end it turns out they're not the ones who did it, and you're like, whoa, fuck, this makes the mystery even crazier.
That would be funny if it's like aliens. It's aliens.
Be cool.
They got him. You know.
Yeah, I'd be fine with aliens if they added an extraterrestrial element to it.
They're little guys, the guys from Men in Black that have like a little guy inside the head.
Yeah. That'd be good. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Just do whatever you want. You know what? Just do whatever you want.
The idea is the idea I had was it's free. You can take it.
Please take any of our ideas. If you hear something that you're like, that's a great idea, take it.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure to say Dead Ensigns Consultant at the end.
You need to just
credits.
that's the part of the license is that you have to credit us a little bit.
Yeah.
You have to, and specifically if it's going to be Tulsa King using this, we need you to record Sylvester Stallone saying "Thank you, Dead Ensigns, for this cool idea," and send it.
I'd like to take a minute at the end of this episode to thank Dead Ensigns. Without them, this season would not have been possible.
Rest in peace, Dead Ensigns.
Rest in peace. We'd like to dedicate this episode to Ben and Max of Dead Ensigns.
Died in a horrible
accident. During a horrible bus explosion in which they were the only victims.
But yeah, well, thank you everybody
Thanks for listening. Thank you for a second season of Tulsa King. We'll see you again. It's for season 3. And I guess next week we'll do Cobra King, right? Cobra Kai.
Cobra King.
Next week we'll do Cobra Kai. More episodes out. Thank you, Netflix batch releases, for doing this, I guess.
Yeah.
And so until then, have a lovely week. Thanks for listening. This has been Ben and Max of Dead Ensigns. If you'd like to email us, you can email us at deadensigns@gmail.com. If you'd like to leave a comment, you can go to the YouTube and find us there, Dead Ensigns. Where you can also like and subscribe. But if you're listening to us on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, or any other podcasting app, you can also probably like or review or subscribe on there.
Give it stars.
Please do the same. Give it a star or something.
Yeah.
It's much appreciated. But until next time, fuck it. See you later. Bye.
See you. Bye.
It's shorted out, sir. We're gonna have to phaser it.
Then what are you waiting for?
Right away, sir.
Faster would be better, Ensign.
I can't, sir. We don't want to...
That's enough.
But, sir...
Stand aside, Carlton. I'm going through. You're alive. Good.